everyone! I would like to introduce Takachiho-kyo Gorge located in Miyazaki Prefecture in the Kyushu Region. Takachiho-kyo Gorge is a place with rich natural scenery in the mountains, and it's also the stage of myths. It's a very mysterious sight to see, and I like to fully introduce such an area. In this channel, we local Japanese who love to travel around are introducing the attractive points of Japan so that people overseas can fully enjoy their trip to Japan. I'd be happy if you could watch this video till the end. I'm a little bit concerned about the weather, but without worrying about it, I think I can show you the charming points of Takachiho-kyo Gorge. So let's get going! I've just arrived at Takachiho-kyo Gorge. The area is called Miyazaki Prefecture in the Kyushu Region, but it's closer to the airport in Kumamoto Prefecture. From Kumamoto Airport to Miyazaki, it takes about 1 hour and 20 minutes by car. And from Tokyo to Kumamoto Airport, it takes about 1 hour and 30 minutes by plane. As I explained earlier, Takachiho-kyo Gorge is a place with rich nature and a river running through the valley. You can enjoy the river while riding a boat, so I like to try to take it.
ハンゴルに下に降りればいいですかね。もう大丈夫ですか。待っていただければすぐ乗れるかと思います。じゃあ、待っていただければ大丈夫です。
The price is 3,000 yen per boat for 30 minutes plus 1,000 yen per adult. It's a little confusing, but this time it's 5,000 yen for 2 adults, so it'll be 2,500 yen per person. That's a high price for a tourist attraction. However, it's a beautiful view, so I look forward to it. At the boat boarding point, we were given a simple life jacket and number tag. When it comes your turn, your number will be called. People got on the boat from the boarding point and paddled on their own for 30 minutes to enjoy the scenery. There was no particular way to announce the 30 minutes, so they returned independently. It seemed that there was an extra charge after 30 minutes, but it didn't seem to be timed strictly. I recommend that you make a reservation in advance for boat rides. Same-day tickets are also available, but they are on a first-come, first-served basis. So it's said that they run out quickly on holidays. Please check the website where you can make reservations in the description. Now, I like to wait until it's my turn for the boat. It was my first time rowing a boat, so I felt it was hard to paddle until I got used to it. It was also difficult to move forward and change direction, but once I got the hang of it, it went smoothly. However, what do you think of the scenery? It's very beautiful, isn't it? I think it's a sight that is hard to find anywhere else in Japan. It's said that this canyon was created by pyroclastic flow from the eruption of Aso, which I introduced in our previous video. You can also see the Manai waterfall, the symbol of the valley, in the back. The entire valley is also designated as a National Natural Monument. The sound of the waterfall is so pleasant. The weather was fine at the time of the boat ride, so I was able to see a very fantastic sight. I hope you enjoy the scenery too. As you know, I enjoyed the scenery of the canyon while riding the boat. How was it? I thought it was worth paying money. I was very satisfied to see the amazing view. However, I was really tired from rowing the boat. There are many boats, so if you don't drive well, you will bump into them. I also hit other boats a few times. There were some women who rowed, but I thought it would be better for those who rowed to be prepared for that. In spite of the hardness, it was a fantastic sight to see. I'd like to encourage everyone to consider taking a boat ride when you visit Takachiho-kyo Gorge. Next time, I'd like to see the river from the top of the gorge. I heard that the scenery there is also very beautiful, so I'm looking forward to it. While we are on our way, I'd like to explain a little more about how to get to Takachiho-kyo Gorge. If you start from Haneda Airport, the fastest way is to go to Kumamoto Airport first and then drive there by car. It takes about 1 hour and 30 minutes from Haneda Airport to Kumamoto Airport by plane, and from there to Takachiho-kyo Gorge it takes about 1 hour and 20 minutes by car. It's also possible to go from Miyazaki Airport, but in that case it will take about 2 hours and 30 minutes. The best way to get here is to rent a car. Please refer to our previous video renting a car section for information on how to rent a car. You can also take a bus or train from Kumamoto Airport, Kumamoto City, or Miyazaki Airport. In that case, however, it will take about 4 hours, although the time will vary depending on the day's traffic. Please check the traffic information on the day you visit. From Kumamoto Station, you will go to Nobeoka Station first and then to Takachiho-kyo Gorge. Please check our website with English language information on how to access Takachiho-kyo Gorge and how to rent a boat in our description. Here is the view of the gorge from above. The view from here is also beautiful and fantastic. The boat you were rowing earlier looks like that. When I was down there, I didn't notice the people on the top of the boat. But when I looked at it from above like this, I felt a little embarrassed because I could see them all. While I was walking around, I saw a pond where I could feed carp and sturgeon. I didn't understand why there were sturgeon, but it was unusual. There is a souvenir store near the pond. Next to the store is a restaurant. There is also a river fish called yamame. I ate yamame at another place, so I like to introduce it in the Kumamoto food section. And they also have nagashi somen, flowing very thin noodles. That's very rare. Nagashi somen is a traditional Japanese way of eating somen, a thin noodle that is poured from the top of a bamboo pipe, caught at the bottom, and eaten in the summer. It feels cooler when we see the water flowing in front of us, and it's an interesting way to eat because it's a combination of an activity and a meal. There are many restaurants where you can eat somen noodles, but there are only a few where you can eat nagashi somen in this way, so if you are interested, please stop by. While walking around, I found a rice dumpling shop, so I'd like to try some. Dumplings are made by kneading powdered glutinous rice and other ingredients. They are often sold at food stores and supermarkets.
渓谷団子の味噌を。すみません、1000円で。
I ordered a miso-flavored rice dumpling. They are baked on the spot, so they were freshly baked and very tasty. Now I'd like to go to Ama-no-iwato, which appears in Japanese mythology. It's very famous in Japan as the place of the legend of Ama-no-iwato. Here, I'd like to introduce the legend which appears in Japanese myths. Once upon a time, the sun goddess Amaterasu Omikami was troubled by her younger brother Sano-no-mikoto's rambling behavior. The sun god became so angry at the outrageous mischief that she hid herself in a cave called Ama-no-iwato. When the sun god went into hiding, the world became pitch dark, and many terrible things happened one after another, such as the inability to grow food and illness. The other gods in trouble gathered at Amano-Yasukawara cave in front of Ama-no-iwato and consulted with each other. After consultation, they began to dance happily in front of Ama-no-iwato. Amaterasu Omikami said, "Although I, the sun god, am in hiding, it's pitch dark outside and everyone must be in trouble, so why are they having fun and making so much noise?" She opened the door and that was blocking the cave a little. At that moment, they put the hand of Amaterasu Omikami and opened the locked door. With Amaterasu Omikami out of the way, light returned to the world. Her younger brother, Sano-no-mikoto, was also converted by this incident and later vanquished the eight-forked serpent called Yamato-no-orochi. This is the legend of Ama-no-iwato. Now, I'd like to go to the cave where Amaterasu Omikami hid. It's a very mysterious and sacred place. Here is Ama-no-iwato Shrine near Ama-no-iwato. I like to pay my respects here and then walk for about 10 minutes to Ama-no-iwato. Here is the statue of Amaterasu Omikami. It's about 15 minutes by car from the canyon I mentioned earlier. There seems to be a bus service, so please check the bus route as well. I have a fixed time, but it looks like they can give you a guided tour of the shrine. But please note that the language is Japanese only. It's customary to bow in front of the tree gate before entering and exiting the shrine. After entering the shrine, there is a place to purify your hands with water. At the large basin, first you pick up a ladle with your right hand, then fill it with water and rinse your left hand. Again, switch hand and rinse your right hand. Hold the ladle with your right hand and pour a little water into your left palm. Then rinse your mouth and spit it out on the ground. Never touch the ladle with your lips because it's considered very rude. Finally, hold the ladle with your right hand and rinse your left hand again, and the ladle is held up with both hands to purify the ladle as the water. After purifying your hands, visit the main shrine. As I mentioned in the Nikko section, after inserting your money offering, the shrine will ask you to bow twice, clap your hands twice, join your hands in prayer, and bow once. The amount of money for the donation is also often put in 5 yen or 20 yen to bring good luck in Japan. 5 yen is for goen, good fate in Japanese, and 20 yen is to wish for a double chance or happiness. I encourage you to bring some Japanese yen coins with you when you visit the shrine. Now that I've finished playing at the main shrine, I'd like to head to Ama-no-iwato. On the way there, you can find ice cream and other items for sale. I'll head there after a short walk through the forest. It was raining, so it was slippery, but the path was paved, so it was easy to walk. The path was wide enough for people to go across each other, so it was not difficult to get there. Here is Ama-no-iwato. It's said that Amaterasu Omikami hid here and the gods gathered at the river bank in front of the cave for a meeting. It's a large cave. Pebbles are piled up around the cave. It's said that if you make a wish on one of the pebbles while piling them up, your wish will come true. So everyone is stacking small stones while making a wish. It's a fantastic sight to see them piled up around the shrine. I like to play first. There's an altar in the cave where you can play. I like to put some money and play. It's wonderful to look out from inside the cave. The stones are stacked like this. I like to pile up stones while making a wish too, since I'm here. It was really a fantastic place. Now I'd like to return to the parking lot while feeling the nature. So how was the mystical scene of Takachiho-kyo Gorge this time? Everywhere was very beautiful, wasn't it? There are many other shrines and spots, so if you wanted to visit them all, you might need a whole day including travel time. It may be a bit difficult to come here, but it's a really mysterious place that I highly recommend, so please come visit. In the next video, I'd like to introduce some food in Kumamoto. Please look forward to our next video in which I'll introduce some restaurants that you should definitely visit when you go to Kumamoto. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel. If you would like me to introduce any other places in Japan, I will be happy to see your comments. See you again in the next video. Goodbye!